Okay. So array is a collection of data of same data type. It is used to store. It is used to store. It is used to store. Just 1 second. Call is coming out. 1 second. I'll call. 1 second.
Okay, okay. Sorry, you are in mute. సార్ మీ మ్యూట్ లో ఉంది మీ వాయిస్.
dimension array and other one is multi-dimension array. One is single dimension array and other one is multi. ఒక హాఫ్ అన్ అవర్ కాల్ చేస్తారు, నేను క్లాస్లో ఉన్నాను. Sorry for the delay అండి యాక్చువల్లీ. ఓకే, సో నౌ సింగిల్ డైమెన్షన్ array as well as multi-dimension array అండి. సో సింగిల్ డైమెన్షన్ arrays, so the syntax for single dimension array is, so we can declare as data type of equal to data type of variable data type variable of equal to, so we can store that value as there is no power actually here, equal to Data type equal to variable equal to new data type of value. New data type of value. So example, int a of equal to new int of 3. So mean that we can store three values in integer with an integer in a variable a. Okay, in a variable a. So the index of integer will always start with 0, right? So the index of value which starts with 0, right? So what we can do, a of 0 equal to some value, a of 1 equal to some value, and a of 2 equal to some value. So you can store three values, a, 0, 1, 2. Okay, got it?
Got it.
So if you want to get the size of those elements, we use system.out.println a of I or length of a dot length, so that is so we get the size of those elements. If you want to read all the elements from this array, we use for int I equal to 0, I equal to starting with the zeroth element, I less than a dot length, and I plus plus. Okay, na? I plus plus. So if you want to get the size of those elements, you get it. Now I want to get the location and the location value. So for that, system.out.println a of I. So automatically you will get the whatever the values present in the single dimension array, that values will be stored by getting the reading each and every element and get the length of those elements and get of the length of that element and the location and the location value. So we can get the integer values as well as we can also get the string values. So either in a single dimension array as well as in multi-dimension array. Single dimension as well as multi-dimension. So you may ask me, sir, when do you go for a single dimension array and when do you go for not multi-dimension array? The single dimension arrays, we can store the multiple values in a single variable. It may be an integer or float or anything else. Multi-dimension is nothing but whenever we are using some tables, like if you want to get the rows and columns in a table, okay, if you want to get the number of rows and columns in a table, in that case we used to go for multi-dimension array. So just we'll see a sample example for how to store the single dimension array using integers as well as strings. Okay, so I'm going to use as a single dimension array. Single dimension, public static void main, click finish. So under that I'm going to use system. So we are using this direct program now. So we can write as integer a of equal to new int of something like 3, right? So 3 means 0, 1, 2. Okay. So a of 0 equal to some value 12, a of 1, and a of 1 equal to some value 23, and a of 2 equal to some value 34. Okay, na? Now I want to read each and every element from this len. So for int I equal to 0, I less than a dot length, I plus plus. Okay, now system dot out dot println a of I. Indication shows that it will start with the 0th element and end with the 3rd element. So 0, 1, 2 elements. Okay. Now here we need to get the size of those elements, right? So system dot out dot println a dot length. Now I'm going to save the file. Now I'm going to compile the program, right? So once you compile it, here you can show the values, right? So what is the size of those elements? 3 elements are there. So what are the elements? A of 0, A of 1, and A of 2. A of 0, A of 1, and A of 2. Okay, now? A of 2. This is how we are going to store. So can we store the integer strings, sir? Yes, we can store it. So how do you use that? Instead of an integer, you can write as a string value. Okay, you can write as a string value. So just I'm going to copy that. Now okay, now what I'm going to do? So here, instead of an integer, I'm going to write a string a of equal to new string, okay na? New string of 3. Okay. Now here you can write instead of values, we can make as testing. Okay. Manual testing tools. Okay, Krishna.
Okay.
Okay. So
Okay.
in A of 0, I'm going to mention the manual, and A of 1, I'm going to store as a testing, and A of 2, I'm going to store it as a tools. Now save the file. Now I'm going to compile that. Right?
Okay.
So this is how to get the elements from the single dimension array using strings. Right? So now we can go with the second one is now. So is there any, there is a one more procedure to get the strings and integer for single dimension array. This is a procedure one. So we can go for the second procedure is string a of equal to, instead of declaring assigning the values over there, just what we can do is we can store it here itself only while declaring that value. So ikkade declare chesukochu etlagandi ante just manual comma testing comma tools, okay na? So we can store the values over here only. Instead of assigning the values over there, directly we can give the index value and we can set the values since here itself. Now you don't need to assign the values separately for that, right? So just remove this part, save the file and compile the program. So there is a quotations over there, and here you need to close with the quotations, right? Now save the file and run as Java application. Okay now?
Okay.
So this is the second procedure for storing the string values in a single dimension array. Now what about integers? What is the second procedure? ఎలా చేస్తాం మనం? ఫస్ట్ ప్రొసీజర్ అయింది, సెకండ్ ప్రొసీజర్ ఎలా చేస్తాం? So what we can do is instead of string we can make as int a of equal to, just remove that string inside the braces and you can give direct values over there, right? So how you give that?
Yes.
Well, so just remove the square bracket. Now we can give square, we can give as 12 comma 23 comma 34. Okay now? 34.
Okay.
Okay now? Now save the file and we can compile it. Okay now?
Okay.
So this is how we are going to get also. Okay now? So I'm going to store here. Okay, that's so now can we use multi-dimension array? Yes, we can do it out. Instead of we go for first single dimension array. So if we want to store the multi-dimension array, so what we can do is int a of, okay, and you can give one more basis over here, right? A of equal to, just what we can do is we can give the values of new int of 2 by 2 matrix. 2 by 2 is 2 into 2, 4 values. So how do you go? The values of 4 values is 0 0 0 1 1 0 1 1. And I mean that 0th column 0th row 0th column, 0th row first column, first row 0th column, first row first column. Okay na? Atla. So 2 by 2 matrix kabatti depending upon the size but ostunamata. Now if you want to assign the values inside that, we can give a of a a certain second. That. Oh, 1 second. It's going to be. So you can write as. So here, what I can do is uh, a of 0 0. So a of 0 0 0 0 0 0 equal to some value. Okay, a of 1 0 1 0 equal to 23. Okay, na? Similarly, a of 1 comma, okay, sorry, 0 comma 0 0 comma 1, we need to mention as inside that we need to mention 0 comma 1, and in the second one 1 comma 0 equal to something 34, and a of 1 comma 1, a of 1 comma 1 equal to 45. So I'm going to store 4 values. 2 by 2 is 4 values. I want to store it in. So 0th row 0th column, 0th row first column, first row first 0th column, and first row first column. Okay na? Now save the file. Now run as Java application. So what is the error we are getting out?
The top place. Top. Yeah, here a star and close brackets.
Okay na? Why it is showing error? Okay. We need to give only, we are given only for loop for rows. We need to give one more for loop for columns, right? So for int j equal to 0, j less than or equal to 2, okay na? J less than or equal to a dot length j plus plus, okay na? Now here what we can do is instead of a of I j, okay na? Save the file, and we have one more braces to close for loop.
Take the main Java sort of.
Okay na? So this is the multi-dimensional.
Okay.
Similarly, we can store the strings also. Automation testing, manual testing. Okay.
Okay.
So what is the second procedure to store the strings? Instead of giving a of 0, 0. So here we can write
Yeah,
open
second
braces.
equal to open braces manual. Go to automation. Q2.
Can I write like this?
Yes.
Okay, no?
Okay.
So this is the second procedure to store the strings in the multi-dimension array.
Okay.
Similarly, we can also store the integers, right? So what you can do?
Right.
So integers
Mm.
a of equal to,
Yeah.
so just
Mm.
you can write as 12 comma 23 comma okay 00011011. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So this is the arrays. So single dimension array, multi-dimension array. Okay.
Okay.
So you
Okay.
try to work on this today.
Yeah, tools.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So tomorrow onwards we'll be
Yeah.
having session at 6:30 to 8.
Okay.
Okay. So thank you. Thank you.
Okay.